Homatov. Back of the net to the other member of that line, Kareen. He couldn't center, and Ronning has it for Canada. To McLaren, who just played it off the boards into center ice. We're past the 10-minute mark of the third period. 3-1 for the Soviets. Homatov getting it in on the wing. Kareen couldn't center, and the puck comes back into center ice. Soviets. Delnov. Now passing it off onto the wing. Intercepted. Here's Stapleton. Hits the goal post. Oh, Mike Stapleton with a great chance. After an intercept, and he hit the post. And now Stelnov for the Soviets. Getting it into center ice. Bekov in on the right side. Checked, and Neuendijk back for McLaren. McLaren got it to center, but the Soviets' Kareen takes over. Now they drop it back into their own zone, and here comes an attack led by number 26. Yevdokimov can't center it, and Stapleton, who hit the goal post earlier, cleared it. Now it comes right back to Stapleton. Shot it to the Soviet line. Here come the Soviets right back the other way. Homalov moving in. Drop pass, shot right on. Burke the save on Kryakin. And Canada holding on now and trailing 3-1. Here's another chance. Soviet center. This one cleared by Stapleton. He's to the corner with Nemchinov. Now Nemchinov trying to pin Neuendijk off. Shot up the boards. Now Makarov dropping it to Kasatonov. To Larionov moving in. Trying to center it. Does. Here's Kasatonov, and a big save by Burke. And Canada starts back. Number 7, Wally Schreiber. Trying to move in. Taken out of the play. Kasatonov back to get the loose puck. Kasatonov to Semak. Now to number 2, Fetisov. Into Larionov. Can't get it through the defense. Larionov to Kasatonov shooting. Burke a piece of that with his blocker. Schreiber tries to clear it. Held in by Larionov. This is the Soviets' big line. Here's Makarov into Larionov. Larionov, number 11. To Makarov. Makarov out in front. Can't get the shot off. And Ryerson then clears it for Canada. That big line of Larionov.
Smart enough that he looked the Canadian defenders away, and they left Kasatonov, and he made the pass after he looked them away.
Canada trailing 3-1. Chris Felix clearing the puck into center ice. Going back for the Soviets. Svetlov, number 16. Now Canada stealing it. They drop it back to the point to Stiles. Other point to Felix. He fired it to Sherman. Sherman to Hampshire. Mark Hampshire tied up on the play by Pervukin. And the Soviets try and clear it. Held in. Here's the chance. Berry with a shot wide of the net. And Sherman upended. Canada get it again. Berry in the corner. Back to the net to Hampshire. Back for Berry, but taking it away to Taranov, and he's able to clear it into center ice. Soviets have it. Svetlov, number 16. Tied up and knocked down by Tony Stiles. Stiles in clearing it away. Omalov tried to center it. Soviets. And now Berry gets into high sticking match with Svetlov. Canada then clear it to center ice. And going back is Starikov, number 12. And now we're going to get a penalty against both teams here for high sticking, as they were changing players on the play.
From this right now, they're going to have to press. The Soviets have got to make sure they don't lose control of this hockey game, and it's going to come down to one-on-one confrontation.
4-on-4 hockey, each team a man short. Berry for high sticking, Svetlov for roughing. Here is Chris Felix for Canada. To Claude Villegrand, who has the only Canadian goal to Felix. Headmanning to Ronning. Ronning. Moving in, has Zalapsky with him. Can't get it to him. Soviets clear it out. And here comes the break for Bekov, number 27. In the clear. Shooting. Burke to save, and Zalapsky then cleared it. Zalapsky trying to get it to Felix, but broken up by Homatov from behind. Now ahead to Bekov on another break. Moving in. Stop. Spin. Backhander. Burke gets the shoulder up to make the save. What move by Bekov, though. And now Villegrand for Canada with less than 5 minutes to play. Villegrand over to Felix. His shot wide of the net. And the Soviets take control of their own zone. They lead 3-1 as carrying out is Priakin, number 14. Priakin centering out in front. Nemchinov dropping it back. Now back over onto the boards. Priakin trying to center, and then it comes out of the zone. And the Soviets have to drop back. Komalov clearing it to Nemchinov. Now in across the line, Priakin. Priakin dropping it back. The defenseman moving in, and Gusarov shot stopped by Burke. Now Priakin trying to center. Number 14 for the Soviets, Sergei Priakin. To Nemchinov. Back on the point, now to Priakin, but cleared out by Ryerson. And the Soviets just controlling this game as they have had terrific puck control here in the third period. Here's Zalatsky trying to break in. Larionov back-checking to break it up. And he gives it over to Gusarov. Gusarov clearing it to Makarov, back to Gusarov, and cleared into center ice. Larionov drops to Semak. Here's the youngster Semak breaking in. Burke slides out to make a save. Rebound loose in the slot. Larionov a whack at it. Now Makarov, number 24. Makarov trying to center. Canada breaking it up. Shervin lead pass just out of the reach of Barrett. And now Zalatsky and Makarov have each other in headlocks back inside the Team Canada blue line. And then some other players try and get involved.
Well, Semak is really at it there. He's a young fellow. He's a bit of a hothead. He and now Barry and Semak are going to go at it. We haven't seen a fight between a Canadian and a Soviet team in my memory. And they're all just pairing off a la the National Hockey League. But it is Barry and Semak that are getting themselves involved in a true fight. Now, the Soviets are not completely unfamiliar with this sort of thing. Fetisov and Jimmy Johnson a couple of years ago at the World Hockey Tournament got into a real Donnybrook and wound up being suspended 3 games for the next World Tournament. Jimmy Johnson now with the Pittsburgh Penguins was playing at that time for Team USA. But I can't remember them flying off the handle like that.
Semak and Barry were the main eventers.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Makarov having a very difficult time at the linesman as he's being ushered over to the penalty box.
Now, what generally happens is they'll give double minors. Now, I don't know whether Jean-Pierre Desaulniers is going to just say, all right, this is a disqualification and you're gone for the rest of the game, but it would appear this guy, he thinks this is...
Now, let me tell you something. That's not roughing.
Yeah.
That's fighting. We'll wait for the referee to make a decision. 3-1 the Soviets from the Saddledome. This is the Calgary Cup live on CTV.